So Soul Bubbles is a game where you help little spirits find their way out of the spirit world, and to do so you put them inside little soap bubbles and you blow those bubbles around levels and you try to find the exits.
This is not a game about destruction, this is not a game about destroying nature. This is a game about discovery and wonder.
You use the stylus for every action and you can draw bubbles using the little bird mask, or you can cut the bubbles using the little tiger mask, which allows you to cut other things also. And you can use the elephant mask to pump bubbles when they're too big. So there's 8 different environments. In the first world, it's mainly about discovering how to blow on the bubble and how to use the basic manipulations you can do. Then in the second world, it's about hitting stones and stones that will be falling down on your bubble and trying to push you away. In the third world, it's all about fire and water and explosions. The fourth world is a lost city in the jungle, and it's all about traps and finding your way out of the city. The fifth world is in Africa, and that's the world where the spirits fight back. The sixth world is in Asia, and again it's a more brainy world. It's about figuring out your way out. The seventh world is the ice world, and the whole level behaves like a kind of pinball or pachinko. And the last level is a surprise, and you'll have to play until the end to know what it is.
The creatures that live in each world are not necessarily enemies. They are inhabitants of this world. Some of them will come after you, come after your bubbles, come after the spirits that live in your bubbles. They all have unique powers, and it is up to the player to find how best to avoid these powers, counter them, and maybe in some cases use them to their advantage. So in order to reflect that, of course we have to make all the worlds different in terms of sightseeing. The sheer visuals have to be interesting to the player in different ways every time.
In order to have fancy graphics, we had to really push the hardware as hard as we could in order to get everything in.
This was a constant struggle, and I was afraid during development every time that this whole thing wouldn't fit on the DS. It was kind of a leap of faith to even start doing that. We didn't know if it would even fit, and we had to constantly fight and to improve the frame rate and improve being able to add more bubbles and more effect into the game.
It's a game that has no equivalent. It's a totally original experience, and it's been thought out this way from the get-go. It's meant to be a pleasurable experience, and the game is set up in a way that you should never be stuck. You should always have one level that is accessible if there's one that you can't pass. So take your time and enjoy it, because it's a one-of-a-kind trip.